Hey Pisces, how are we today? Just doing our weekly readings. This week we are sort of looking at your person and the energy of the situation versus the reality of the situation. Okay, so when it comes to the energy of the situation, we do see things like your person's thoughts and feelings towards you, and then wanting to sort of see if that is flowing through into the reality for you guys with your connection, all right? I will just let everyone know if you want to leave a comment on one of my videos, you will go in the draw for a free personal reading. I'll be drawing that when we hit 100 subscribers, and we're getting really close, guys. So, keep up the likes and subscribes. It really does mean a lot to me being such a small channel. But today we will be using, for the energy of the situation, we are using the Healing Light Lenormand. And then when it comes to the reality, I do have the Tanis Lenormand here. I also do have the Hidden Truth Oracle, so we can get a few extra messages as well. But having a look at the energy from your person towards you, Pisces. Your person's energy towards you, Pisces. Okay, so straight away I'm seeing a pretty clear message here, Pisces. We do firstly have the letter coming through. Okay, so that's all sorts of communication. So strong in their energy is the want to communicate with you. Okay, so obviously, we have to wait and see if that flows through to the reality, whether they do actually communicate with you when it comes to whatever this is we're seeing here. But with the letter, it does sort of talk about all forms of communication, like texting, calling, in person, online, all those sorts of things. But the want to communicate with you is definitely there. Pardon me. We also have the sun, okay? So the sun really is a happy card. It does talk about a lot of happiness. So what we're seeing here is that, they are wanting to communicate with you in a positive, light manner with the sun and the letter. So, but when we do see the sun, it really does bring things to light as well. So there may be something that they're wanting to shed light on specifically, wanting to reveal something to you with that sun. So, especially with the letter, I do feel as though that there's something that they really do want to communicate to you. So, this is something specific, I feel, that they do want to communicate to you. It's kind of like, yeah, shedding the light on something, revealing something to you. Okay, so like I said, we'll have to sort of go through and see if we are seeing that coming through into reality, as to whether you will actually find this out or not. But then we do also see the dog. Okay, so that definitely could be a good indication of what exactly it is that they want to reveal to you. The dog does talk about friendship. It does also talk about loyalty, support, compassion. All right. So they're wanting to, share something with you. And I'm feeling the loyalty coming through quite a lot. There's something that they want to reveal to you when it comes to loyalty. I want to grab another card and see if we can get, which side of that we are looking at. Are we looking at, like, are they revealing, a lack of loyalty or a strengthening of loyalty? So we'll get a clarifier for that message for you, Pisces. Can I get a clarifier for this message for Pisces from their person's energy, specifically in regard to that loyalty? Are we looking at positive or negative communication? Okay, so we do have the mountain has come through as the clarifier there. So it does feel as though there is some sort of obstacle. That loyalty is some sort of obstacle, some sort of challenge, okay, Pisces? So that they're really wanting to shed light on that in a way that, may be a little bit confronting with the mountain there. It may cause, a bit of an obstacle or a challenge between you and this person. So there definitely may be, some sort of obstacle. Like, it's not sort of showing me clearly whether it's from your person, or whether it's their concerns on you. So for some of you, this definitely could be they're concerned about your loyalty toward them. For others of you, this may be, in reverse. They may be having to shed some light and reveal something, about loyalty that is actually, an obstacle to you guys furthering your connection. So just be warned about that. For some of you, that may be what is happening here. But, when it comes to all those cards that we're seeing, the mountain, as a clarifier, it also does bring a lot of opportunity with it as well. All right. So it definitely could just be talking about, that they're wanting to see a mutual, with you both putting in a bit more work to be loyal to each other and maintain that friendship with each other, rather than just the romantic side of the relationship. So it definitely could be that. I'm feeling that for a lot of you, that's probably all that really is. But I do feel as though for one or two of you, there's going to be something coming to light about your person's loyalty that is in question, okay? And it is going to create some obstacles for you guys. But overall, I do feel that we're looking at, just wanting to put a bit of extra work into being loyal to each other. All right, so I feel like that's what we're kind of really seeing there for majority of you. But we'll have a look at what's coming out for the reality between you and this person. Pisces, your person's reality towards you, please. What's the reality between Pisces and your person? Okay, and one more, please. The reality of this situation between Pisces and their person, please. Okay, so we're definitely seeing some interesting energy coming out here. Straight away, I can kind of tell that, we do here have the mouse and the masculine have come out together there. So that really does sort of show us that your person, in reality, they've got something eating away at them, okay? The masculine does talk about, that mind space, thinking things through logically rather than from your emotions. And there definitely is something eating away at them with that mouse card. The mouse does talk about, things eating away at them, and a bit of concern about loss as well. So, they're just maybe feeling that they've lost a bit of that connection with you, and it's sort of really eating away at them, and that's probably why they are wanting to communicate and reveal things to you, I feel, when it comes to the loyalty of things. But that masculine energy, they normally are not a talker. So I'm not clearly seeing whether this is actually going to come through into reality, this want to reveal things to you. It does show that it's eating away at them, but it's not sort of showing us that they're actually going to do anything about it, because on the other side of that mouse card, I do have the coffin. So that really does they're worried about things ending if they were to reveal this to you. Okay, so definitely for some of you, this is, it's something about their loyalty in question here. And it's eating away at them, and they do want to tell you about that, but they are, concerned that it is going to end the connection between you guys. So obviously that's a bit of a concern. They are worried about something. For some of you, they may just be worried about something that has ended in the past between you guys, and that's what's eating away at them. But I am kind of getting that vibe through these cards here, that's kind of what's going on. And your person here, I do have the child as well. So, I'm just getting a lot of immaturity from that child today. It's like something that, they're just not ready to face that. They're not really sure how to deal with that, because, with the masculine, we do see, that adult energy, whereas the child is really that childlike energy where they're, trying to act innocent and trying to be carefree, and but it's coming through as a bit of immaturity, like they're just not grown enough to actually, face things like a man. I want to say, like, they're not going to be, I feel like they're not sort of, they're too much like in this child energy. They're not gonna, man up and face their actions, I want to say. So, for some of you, like, pardon me. I do feel that, for the ones of you where there is some sort of question of the loyalty, I feel as though your person is sort of too immature to actually face this conversation and reveal to you what's happened. It's in their energy, but it's not actually coming through in into the reality. I am kind of getting, especially with that coffin there, there's just too much fear that they're going to end the connection. If they do, actually be open and honest with you. All right. But the coffin really does talk about sometimes things needing to end in order to rebirth new energy. And with that mountain there, like I said, every obstacle can be a brand new opportunity to strengthen that connection. But I'm just kind of not seeing that coming through into the reality of the situation. I do feel as though it's just plaguing them. You know what I mean? It's kind of plaguing their mind quite a lot, and that's flowing through into the reality. But them actually coming forward and saying something isn't actually coming through. They're kind of trying to, act like a bit of a child and not face their problems, or face what's going on in their mind and energy. All right, so like I hate to be the I really sometimes it's harder to deliver the more negative messages, but that's what I'm seeing today. But I will have a look here. I'll use the same deck that I'm using for the reality, and I will sort of see if we have any clear outcomes. Any outcomes for Pisces with this person, please? What's the most likely outcome for Pisces with this person and situation, please? Yeah, once again, Pisces, I'm, very sorry, and I'm kind of hoping that this doesn't resonate for everybody because, like obviously this is a bit of a harder message today, and I don't want to be, putting things on your person, without you don't know, like I don't know your personal situation. This is a collective reading, but we are seeing the tree and then the snake coming out as outcomes. All right, so the tree really lets us know that this is actually going to set you onto a path of, kind of like self-discovery, self-growth, the outcome of, needing to grow. We do see that child there, so you can imagine a child needs to grow into that adult energy. And that's what we see with the tree, that there is a lot of growth needed within this connection. So we are really looking at, as an outcome, seeing growth is usually actually a really positive thing to see growth within a connection. But I do have the snake there as well. And as we probably all know, it is that snake that tempted Eve to eat the apple from the tree. Okay, so and we do find with that snake, the outcome being, maybe trying to tempt you in some way to accept this, but also, the snake does have a little bit of deception there as well. So especially with that, that prior message there, I do feel as though, that deception's going to come out one way or another, whether they actually, tell you or not. So I'm very sorry, Pisces, but I'm just not getting the best energy from your person. I do feel as though for quite a few of you there is some sort of issue of loyalty. Okay, and I'm not going ahead and saying that they're there's a third party or anything like that. I've not got any cards of a third party. That loyalty definitely could be, something else. It can cover a lot of things. All right. It can just be that they're not, putting this connection first. They're more loyal to their job, their money, their, whatever it is. They're just being quite immature. They're more loyal to themselves, I feel, than this connection. All right. So, if you were to sort of put an ultimatum on them or something like that, it's going to bar them up, like, and they're going to just freak out or whatever because they're more worried about their own selves than the connection. So, it's not sort of showing that, when you see loyalty within a connection, that really does give both people in the connection, they want to grow it and they want to, um, you know, face conflict so that they can grow through that and get through that, and make the connection stronger. Whereas I feel as though your person, with that deception there, that, if you were to sort of do something like that, they would, freak out a little bit and worry about their own self. And I do feel I'm getting that vibe of, somebody that would, when it's fight or flight, they would just disappear. And that would be easier for them because they're only worried about themselves and they don't want to sort of, they obviously are having issues facing this. All right, so I'll have a look at what the hidden truth wants to add for you there, Pisces. What's the hidden truth of this connection, please? Okay, so I wish I could take back my words. All right, so definitely for some of you, they may have already told you about this loyalty issue with that up there in the energy, and that's why they're sort of, wishing they could take back their words. There may have been, some harsh words spoken between you guys in the past, and they're sort of wishing that they could take those back as well. So they do have a bit of a guilty conscience there in the back of their mind, that, hidden underneath all of this other message, they do have a bit of a guilty conscience. All right, and then I can't stop thinking about you. So I'm just feeling that's that worry, all right, that I was feeling there, that, that they're not wanting to sort of talk to you fully because they're worried that they're going to create an ending. They're going to create obstacles and delays with this connection. That I wish I could take back my words. That definitely could be, talking about this loyalty issue specifically. All right, so they, like I said, they may, that disloyalty may be coming through in a lot of ways. They may have actually said something about you to somebody else, and they're wishing that they could take that back. So like I said, I'm not seeing any third party cards or anything like that. It definitely could be, you're going to know your own situation the best, but I feel like for some of you, it's definitely that they've said something about you to someone else, and that is what this is all about, with the loyalty issue, that that they probably said something that they shouldn't have said to somebody else, and that's why this has all come about. All right. Because when you're in a connection, you don't need to be sharing intimate details with other people. All right. So I feel like that may be for a lot of you what has actually happened here with this loyalty issue, that it may actually be, they've said something about the connection to somebody else outside of the connection, and they're wanting to sort of take that back. But yeah, so they do have a bit of a guilty conscience, and they are sort of, it is eating away at them quite a lot, and they can't stop thinking about it. But, at the end of the day, we do, like I said, with that outcome there, we do have that tree. So, if this connection is something that you do want to maintain and strengthen, there is the potential for growth. All right. And so it's just a matter of, making sure you're both avoiding temptations within the connection, and, following your desires and passions, but together rather than individually. Or I do feel with that snake energy, your person is probably very, tempted to just go off on their own and do their own thing. And so if you do want to strengthen that connection, you really need to find a common ground, a middle ground where you both can grow together rather than apart. All right. But that's what I have for you today, Pisces. I hope that helped. Of course, if it doesn't resonate, feel more than welcome to check out your other placements or whatever. But hopefully I will see you all again soon.